Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, just like Nick Cannon out of Walgreens, we are back for another installment of Next Play Sports. You got your boy Sid, you got your boy Nolan, you got your boy Timo. Sit back, relax, grab a drink and a snack, because here we go.
So, I almost want to score that as your first miss. Okay? Here's why.
Yeah.
If he was going to the Walgreens, for those of you who don't know, Nick Cannon is having his 12th kid. So
he announced his 11th last week.
He would be going to Walgreens to acquire a Plan B.
Or a pregnancy test.
Sid was like, kill that thing.
So, y'all let us know what came to your head first, a pregnancy test or a Plan B? I think he knows he's knocking them girls up. At this point, it's a dozen.
Plan B, he can't even say Plan B is Plan A.
Like, he's trash at everything. That includes pulling out.
Yeah, he couldn't pull out of his driveway.
He couldn't pull his wallet out of his
Neither
back
could
pocket.
Sid.
I mean, he's the Phillip Rivers of rap game. I mean, like...
that one was set up. That was a perfect setup.
That was one. Do it again, I'm going to strangle you with your mic cord, and I'm not playing. Do not play with me. That was one. I'll let that one slide. Already told you. I'm not playing with y'all today. I'm not. I'm so not. Like, do not get me on a tangent. I'm gonna be ruthless today.
Who put them cones there? Like, that's my fourth one today. Did you see my two earlier?
Yeah, because you thought it was hilarious.
I was like, there's no fucking way.
Oh, there's a way.
I thought you looked up like a Kia Forte. And
hey, stop. Shut up. I told you it's enough. I'm gonna get tilted.
Get into the world. Let's get into the World Series because it's been 2 weeks since we spoke.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had some unforeseen circumstances. We had to put everything on pause, but we are back. We're here to stay. We're going places that are not named nowhere. What's so funny, Nolan? You got something to get off your chest?
No.
Thought so. I will kill you where you sit.
Right.
Breathe, Tanner. Anyway, I would like to.
I thought bro was telling me to breathe. I was like, bro, I'm breathing fine. Like, I don't.
Must have forgot my name was also Tanner.
Yeah. I've just always known you as Sid since high school. So.
Anyway, I would like to point out about the World Series that I did call a few things. Kyle Tucker going crazy. Yordan Alvarez not being the World Series MVP like everybody thought he was going to be, or playing anywhere near like it. He hit 130.
Did he finish with 130? I thought he
didn't do that good.
He didn't do that hot. The
Mendoza
line would have got him some
he
looks.
did hit a game-winning home run or go.
Well, yeah, he hit the three.
Did I not? I mean,
three-run go-ahead shot. I mean, yeah. You missed on the Verlander tackle.
You missed on 6 players. That's crazy.
I did. I thought Verlander.
You did kind of break down the whole Astros roster and
was like, look, if this guy does good, he's gonna win.
Okay. Listen,
like one of these are bound to hit. And the one you didn't mention is the one I called that won the MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you got a point.
What was your game pick? Like you said.
I think I said they win in 5 and they won in 6.
Okay.
Yeah, he said 5. You said 6. I said Phillies in 6. Yeah. But yeah, man. Jeremy Pena, World Series MVP. Timmy called it. I personally don't care for it. I don't care. I mean,
what?
The World Series, like Astros won. I don't give a shit.
We gotta get like a real matchup there. Like I want to see Philly Seattle next year or something like that.
I mean, that's what I was rooting for this playoffs, just because it had been 2 electric teams playing each other.
I don't know the guy's name, but he needs to win Manager of the Year. The guy for Seattle.
Yeah, it's Scott Servais. Is that how you say it?
I can't remember his name.
It's like Scott Servais.
Him or the dude?
Him. It's
Baltimore's coach.
Baltimore's head coach, and then Who?
I don't know the other finalists, but the guy from Seattle should win it. Hands down. Not even close.
I wouldn't say not even close.
You're 5 years removed, and this is one of the last times I'll speak on it, potentially. But you're 5 years removed from possibly the biggest scandal in 80 years. When you think of what the Black Sox were in the 40s.
No. That was in 1919, 1918.
Yeah, so 100 years.
Shoot the Joe Jackson,
yeah.
So you're talking about the biggest scandal in 100 years, unless we wanted to call the Pete Rose stuff, but
I wouldn't really call.
I wouldn't call that a scandal.
Free the man.
Yeah, put
Pete
Pete in the hall.
Yeah,
Pete
and Barry to the hall.
Tired of seeing him. He looks sad.
Sir. Pete Rose, Barry Bonds to the hall. But you're talking about the biggest scandal in 100 years, and they were still able to keep their draft picks. They're I don't know. I feel like if they would have got more than a slap on the wrist, it would not have been so easy for them to make 5 straight ALCSs.
Like AJ Hinch and the owner should have got banned.
This was their 4th World Series
that they've been to since.
Yeah, since 2017. So
17 they won it. 18 they lost. No, they didn't. They didn't make
18 they lost to y'all. 19 they lost to Nationals. 20 it was Dodgers.
Dodgers Rays.
Dodgers Rays. So they lost the ALCS. And then last year was
lost the Braves.
Dodgers Astros.
No, Braves.
No, it was Braves Astros.
Yeah.
So this was their 4th.
They're not
World
an efficient
Series.
team.
This was their 4th.
If they were cheating up until whenever they got discovered, they were doing a really bad job.
This is their 4th World Series in 5 years.
Yeah. Because despite the cheating, that's a very well-made team.
Yes, exactly. But what I'm saying is after 2017, they got exposed in 2019.
Yeah.
So there's no reason you get exposed.
They carried over early 2020 before COVID.
Yes, there's no reason you should be able to get exposed for something that scandalous, that big, that
Tell me what I'm hearing is that we beat a cheating Astros team.
Probably did.
That's crazy.
But let's not forget that 2018 regular season y'all also cheated.
So did the Yankees.
That's okay. Yankees cheated too.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm just laying that out there. But my thing is
so we had the 3 best teams in the AL cheating at the same time.
You should not be 2.5 years removed from a scandal that big and still be able to consistently dominate the game at this point by keeping your capital and money and picks, and I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. And that seems like what a lot of the internet is also feeling, that we all know it's a slap on the wrist. Rob Manfred hates baseball. I think
their owner and AJ Hinch should have got banned.
Oh, Alex Cora should not step foot on any licensed field.
Going straight for Alex Cora.
The MLB or MILB. He's been a part of 2. He's been a part of 2.
He was a bench coach.
I don't care. He's been a part of 2. You think that he becomes the manager of the Red Sox? He becomes the manager of the Red Sox.
And they use film.
What are you talking about? What?
With the Sox. It weren't like earpieces.
Was it not still electronic sign stealing?
I forget how it was described, but it weren't the same as what the Astros did.
Y'all were using the camera.
Like the Astros were like this level of cheating.
Y'all were using the camera.
Suspected of being like here.
Yeah,
they were suspected of.
Cora still got suspended for a whole season.
It was an Apple Watch.
Yes, I get.
Watches. That's what they said.
I get he was suspended a year, but you're confirmed to have cheated in a World Series and the regular season playoffs, and then you become the manager of a new team, and then that team gets busted for cheating in consecutive seasons, 2017, 2018.
I don't hear anybody calling for Aaron Boone to get the axe.
He needs to be banned too. I mean, if there's no way that he didn't know about it on 2 separate occasions.
They also said that the Red Sox it was a handful of people at most.
Well, I mean, if we're just gonna call it cheating, then we just got to start every pitcher that gets caught with pine tar just needs to be suspended too, banned, kicked out of the league for using pine tar.
Okay, that's a little.
Because if we're gonna call ban for ban, that's cheating.
That is cheating.
Okay, yes, cheating is cheating.
There's not a gray area.
Yes, exactly. Cheating is cheating, obviously. But what I'm getting at is that what Cora did is not just cheating. He cheated to win a World Series.
But there's no evidence that Cora was involved. They just all they would say about through the investigation was that a handful of players and trainers.
So my thing is,
I do think Xander was a part of that, though. I think they did name Xander.
The Stros were never accused of cheating until Cora. The Sox were never accused of cheating until Cora. There's a common denominator, man. There's no way he didn't know about it. There's no way
you heard that, right?
Yeah, first of all, I don't know.
You're acting like Alex Cora is the ringleader here. I'm saying Astros weren't accused of it until Alex Cora. Like Alex Cora. Hold on, wait. How long has Alex Cora coached for them?
Been coaching us?
No, for them.
I don't know how long he was the bench coach in Houston.
I'm just saying, man. Like he's the.
I don't think that Alex Cora came over from Puerto Rico and he's like, "Hey guys."
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But there's a link to be made. There is a denominator to be found, and the denominator just so happens to be Alex Cora. You can't deny that.
If you want to push a narrative, I'll let you push a narrative.
I've always said this. I'm not trying to push a narrative. I'm just saying Alex Cora was a part of two of them that it's impossible he didn't know about both. And even if he wasn't the ringleader, he's just as bad as everybody else. But the fact that it happened in two separate locations in two separate seasons with the same guy in the middle of both, it kind of makes you wonder, man. I'm just saying it makes you wonder. But from what I was saying,
you're also not mentioning the fact that the Yankees were doing the exact same thing. That was found in the
Aaron Boone needs to go too. I'm not trying to.
I'm just saying, but you're focusing on Alex Cora like he's the ringleader of the cheating scandals. But I'm
not talking about cheating scandals in general, bro. I'm talking about the direct link between the Astros and the Red Sox, who both had cheating scandals in consecutive seasons. And that's Alex Cora is at the center of both. Like, yes, Aaron Boone probably needs to be banned for life too. Same way Alex Cora does, in my opinion. That's how I feel about it. But their level of cheating, what they did, is completely different than, a pitcher got busted for pine tar. Or, Peds is already an 80-game suspension once. It takes 3 times to get a lifetime ban? Or something?
Yeah, Robinson Cano is trying to test that theory.
I think Robinson Cano.
He's been suspended. He's been suspended 3 times.
He's retired now. He's retired.
He retired before he get number 3. Okay.
He got
80, and then he got 162.
He was rehabbing with the Padres and got put down there wearing on SpongeBob uniform. And he's like, "Hey man, maybe this ain't for me anymore."
He was in his mid-30s anyway. He was on the way out. He just did that to keep up. But what I'm saying is like. Same thing with a guy, pitching with pine tar. I don't think, he's got pine tar in his glove. Yeah, no, you're
never let him throw a baseball.
Yeah,
ever
you're done, bud. I don't even want to see you on the premises.
Yeah, you can even buy a ticket.
But we're talking about a guy that cheated in the World freaking Series, man. Like, as a baseball guy, and if I was a football guy, if I was a basketball guy, cheating in the finals, cheating in the Super Bowl. If I was a hockey guy, cheating in the Stanley Cup. That's like...
How would one cheat in the finals? Like, sell the game?
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, kind of
like... I need J.R. Smith put under investigation right now.
No, but like, if I was a guy of... Like, that's the worst thing you can do. Personally. Cheating is cheating, but that is a different level of scumbag, in my opinion.
But now the Astros have proven that, hey, we're just as good without the buzzers.
Dusty Baker does not care what you have to say about his cheating.
And now, but
shout out Dusty Baker.
Part of the internet would argue that it's because that their consequences were not harmful enough. But that is for the internet to decide. We are not the internet. We are 3 dudes who care about sports and the integrity of sports.
Shout out Dusty Baker, though, man. I am happy for Dusty Baker to finally get his. Yeah. As long as he served the game of baseball.
Mm-hmm. It's all right. I'm down with it. I feel like Ron Washington should have got one in Texas.
Sid's going to lose his shit when he finds out that Alex Cora used to play for the Rangers.
I don't care.
Also, not a good look, but Alex Cora didn't start coaching until 2016 for the Astros.
Weird.
In November of 2016.
Weird. So
that's a bad look.
His first season as a coach in the look, Timo's pissed.
No, we're 15 minutes in, and the people have already clicked off.
No, that's okay. We're gonna get to the juicy stuff. Don't worry about it. But that is a weird link. Before the 17 season, before the 18 season. Anyway, you have anything to add to baseball?
No.
Way too early World Series.
Well, they announced some awards, didn't they? Like, I don't know if it. We'll just wait till they all become official to talk.
Way too early World Series predictions.
Padres.
I ain't gonna give anything till I see how off season plays out.
Rangers, Pirates.
Wow.
Anyway, moving on.
Good Lord, maybe in 6 years.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it really is whichever comes first. Like right now, my baseball fandom, it's a race, right? And it's Rangers first World Series and the North Carolina expansion team, whichever
Waiting on that call.
Whatever comes first. Whichever comes first. All right, fellas. We're moving on to the National Basketball Association.
The basketball.
Basketball. I wish basketball was a real thing. I would be a demon at basketball. A demon. Wait, is it required to drink in basketball? Was that like something you had to do? Did you have to drink in basketball?
I don't know. It's been a long time.
Timmy? Did you have to drink in basketball? You didn't have to drink, did you?
I don't think so.
I don't know. But I'd be a demon at basketball. A demon.
But moving on to shit people care about.
So the NBA, man,
it's honestly been a bit of a wild start.
So we're in a weird place right now. So like this is not like the NBA I don't want to say we grew up on, but this is not the NBA we've been used to. So
No, yeah, the NBA is weird.
So like the NBA fluctuates so often. Like in the mid 2000s, it was team basketball, but you still had the Kobes, you still had the LeBrons, you still had the KDs. Even before KD, you had like the bad boy Pistons, you had the Spurs, like you had the Mavs, but they're all fueled by that one guy, Dirk, Tim, Kobe, Bron, KG. I mean, who else? Plenty of guys. And then
the Suns team.
And then
well, that was 2, but.
Oh, that was more of a tandem. That was Nash and Amari Stoudemire. That was more of a tandem. Nash was nice, but it's hard. Even though he won 2 MVPs, which one of them he stole from Kobe Bryant, it's hard to put him in the same league as guys like Kobe.
Oh yeah. Dirk, I'm just. Shaq. I mean, you were naming off teams like that.
Yeah.
Guy you got to go through type thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then you got
there's only like one team in the NBA right now.
And then LeBron James started the Big 3 era.
Yeah.
And then you had
ruined basketball. Fuck him.
Nah, he didn't ruin basketball.
Blame the Celtics.
Could you blame the Celtics?
I mean,
yeah, you can blame the Celtics.
I mean,
they got together.
They put 4 All-Stars.
The birth of Paul Pierce, the birth of that Big 3 that they had in Boston, they were all together for a common denominator of beating LeBron James. That's what brought them together.
Don't think so, man.
They've talked about that. So I mean, you're
gonna have to show me proof. You show me proof,
I think they did. They did say that. I think I
remember. There's video.
There's a video of Kevin Garnett saying it.
If y'all show me after this, I'll admit I'm wrong. But I don't think.
So anyway, all LeBron did is try to make it a level playing field.
But so then you had the Big 3 era where you had the Celtics, the Heat, you had very briefly the Thunder,
very briefly.
The Spurs kind of fell into that.
The Spurs were always just that, except they drafted Kawhi.
They had 4. So they had 4. They
drafted Kawhi, but the guys were older that were there, and Kawhi was like really young.
Their 4 was equivalent to a Big 3.
God help us all those primes lined up.
Facts. And then it's like...
And his prime Kawhi, was that Raptors Kawhi that we're just never going to get to see again?
Yeah.
He was just there for one season, and we're calling that
like,
prime.
what was the
last
season?
Peak Kawhi Peak Kawhi Leonard?
But peak Kawhi Leonard was playoff Kawhi Leonard, and he was a freaking demon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying that's the last
points
time.
locking down Giannis type shit.
Like that's the last time we're gonna see. But that's that was also before load management.
He's in the stage that LeBron is in. They're gonna coast until playoffs, but they don't have like I was.
Well, I'm talking about the sheer fact of being on the court and just.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about
Kawhi may never play. He's not gonna play 60 games ever again.
But even from a game to game standpoint, he does not have that switch anymore. I don't think he does anyway. Personally, I think PG has more of a switch than Kawhi now.
PG's man.
PG is nice.
PG's
such a. I wish he's that filthy. Man. I think
he's shooting 100% from the field in like clutch moments.
Him never getting hurt. If he never got hurt, I would almost rather have.
If he never got hurt, he would not be Paul George today. He would not be the same Paul George. Him getting hurt turned him into a shot creator. Pacers PG.
Oh, he was just an athletic freak.
Yeah, Pacers PG did not move like this. He obviously he had bounce.
We just didn't have the bag that this PG does.
Exactly. He never develops that bag if he never.
Well, that's hard to say because LeBron didn't really have a bag in his early days in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like jump shots can develop. So I mean,
Bron, for being honest, Bron still doesn't have a bag. If we want to talk about an NBA bag, LeBron doesn't have a bag. Luka doesn't have a bag.
For 6'9",
Luka's averaging like 38, 18, and 18 right now. It feels like. You feel me?
Yeah, he is. Luka is doing like 2K simulation numbers right now.
Yeah, he doesn't care if you like it or not. He takes what he wants. You know what I'm saying? Like.
He's not super flashy, but he does whatever the fuck he wants to on the court.
Yeah, you cannot stop him. I'm starting to think that whole EuroLeague thing is true, where it's easier to score in the NBA because there's more spacing and more touch fouls and shit like that. But, I
did Danny Ainge and the Jazz forget that Victor Wembanyama is?
I don't think they can.
Yeah.
Lauri Markkanen doesn't give a crap.
He's like, this guy's not taking my job.
Yeah. Who is this kid?
Lauri
turned into an all-star.
Just a taller, better, darker me? No way.
Lauri
shot. Not in Utah, Buck.
Lauri got to Utah and saw just how many white people came to the stands.
He said, "I'm home."
Yeah,
he just absorbed it.
He got to Utah, adapted Mormonism. And
this is like the spirit bomb that Goku used on Kid Buu.
Oh yeah.
Lauri Markkanen is the spirit bomb. Utah's the white people. The key for the nerds out there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they'll get it.
Yeah, they'll get it. But yeah, man. Interesting. The Bucks are good. The Bucks look very hard to beat right now
because they have the best player in basketball.
Yeah.
And Bobby Portis is a goated 6-man.
Yeah, I wanted him in Miami so bad. He would have been so much better to sign than PJ Tucker, who, by the way, signed a way out of his league deal with the Sixers.
Oh yeah,
and it looks bad.
That had to be Harden getting him that deal. Had to be.
We dodged a bullet.
Wait, who?
PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker.
Well, it's not that he's a bad. He's still like. I mean,
he's just not worth. What do you get? 26.
You're paying for corner threes and defense.
Yeah.
To be the short, big body in the corner three.
But he does shoot remarkably well from the corners.
Yeah.
Still?
I just know he was like, if you look,
he's at least 37%, I think.
37% from the corners cannot cut it. That's not going to play. Not anymore. Not in today's NBA, Buck.
They would for the
But, yeah, man, Luka's looking like he's going to run away with his first MVP. The Bucks look very dangerous. The Sixers look like crap, like we guessed. The Nets look like crap because Ben Simmons is crap.
Well, it's not solely Ben Simmons' fault the team's ass.
He's crap.
I am waiting.
He's not good, but
I am waiting for just the big. I'm just sitting on a Woj bomb that's gonna I'm just waiting on that to
one that's not gonna happen. Talking about for Russ?
No, not for Russ. More
Russ for Ben Simmons.
I wouldn't be shocked if AD isn't traded.
Y'all need to do
KD.
something, man.
Like I'm not even talking about I'm not even talking about just the Lakers. Like KD going somewhere. Like just
KD's not moving. KD's not going. I don't think so. Kyrie might.
I mean, the Nets got to do something.
Kyrie might retire.
If I was Kyrie, I would retire. The world, 85% of the world hates you. You already talk about how that 85% of the world does not mean anything to you. You preach all the time about how, you're a human first, which you are, and as you should be. But you talk so much about how you just don't care about the media's outlook, and you don't care what people think about you, and you do what you want to do. And, I mean, if you're doing what you want to do, it does not seem like basketball is something that's high on your priority list right now. So, I mean, if I was Kyrie, I'm out. I'm done. I'll find me on an island somewhere. What I mean...
Because like for a guy who says he doesn't care about the media, he stays in a sport.
He milks it.
Like he's staying in probably the most hyper media of any sport.
I don't know. It's flipped now, and now it's the NFL again. So the NFL and NBA play like tug of war with this shit, man. So like back in the AP days, it was the NFL. Like late 10s, early 12s, everybody was on the NFL. Everybody was watching the Super Bowl. Everybody was.
I don't ever think that basketball is going to take that away from them.
No, but what I'm saying is but then you had because that was right there during the Heat Spurs era.
Yeah.
We knew what the finals were going to be. We knew that one of those teams were going to come out. We knew LeBron James versus Tim Duncan, and so the NFL took over. But then it flipped. Here comes Steph Curry. Everybody wanted to watch Steph Curry. Warriors fans were coming out of the woodworks like roaches. And the NBA took over again.
I don't think the NBA, they didn't take over from... There's going to be no taking over from the NFL as far as...
Oh, no. I don't mean completely. But,
no.
But from 15 to 19...
If you're talking about the NBA being bigger than the NFL,
I'm not talking about being bigger.
It'll
never be bigger. It'll never be bigger. But what I'm saying, it took more of the media spotlight. You heard more about basketball than football for a few years, from 14, 15 until sliding into 2019, 2020. You heard more about basketball because it was Steph Curry, LeBron James, Steph Curry, LeBron James every year. But now, there was, everything that happened, and then, one league went a little far with some things. One league didn't go as far, and it seems like the media have turned on one. At least that's what it feels like from the outside looking in.
Is no one gonna bring in his
Sensei Chubb over there?
Yeah, I actually got it.
Mr. Miyagi.
No one gonna introduce his.
All right.
Is there nothing else y'all wanted to mention?
I ain't really got anything.
I wonder why, but sorry.
Y'all rip away, man. It's not a fun world.
He said I'm numb.
Yeah, it's just not fun.
We can talk about how the Heat are off to a slow start. 27th rebounds with Bam Adebayo.
It's because we have nobody else around Bam Adebayo.
You have Jimmy Butler. You have Tyler Hero.
Jimmy Butler is 6'6". Tyler Hero is 6'5".
Jimmy Butler.
Tyler Hero is a plus rebounder for a point guard or for a guard, but
because he's almost 6'6".
But he's still a guard. We have one player on the team. We have two players on the team above 6'10". One is Dwayne Dedmon, who is hurt a lot and inconsistent. And the other is Omer Yurtseven, who is also hurt and inconsistent. So we just lack size. But it's a problem we've had. Perfect world, we get Victor Wembanyama, but I doubt it.
He'll be in New Orleans next year.
Probably.
It's looking like OKC.
What do you mean?
No matter. Shy's 30-point triple doubles be damned.
I hope it's OKC. I really hope it's OKC. Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama, same front court. I want it. I need it. I need it. That will become the new Showtime. I'm so serious. That's going to be insane. How's Josh Giddey doing this year? I haven't really kept up with
I haven't looked either.
Cade, when you hear this, because I know you'll listen.
Cade, we need numbers on Giddey man.
Tweet us what Josh Giddey's doing.
Bitch magnet Giddey.
Bitch magnet.
But onto the rolling segment. So
rolling.
Yeah.
Corn ball.
So today, it is the Utah Jazz.
So for those of you that don't know,
It's the Utah Jazz.
It's the Utah Jazz.
Shout out to you, Utah.
Yeah.
I cannot.
This team.
I cannot believe you
I
chose the Utah.
Did you expect the Bucks to be good or the Utah Jazz to be good?
The Utah Jazz are 10-3.
Which team is hotter? The Bucks are 10-1.
They played 2 more games. They could have lost or won either one of those games. If the Bucks could have lost or won either one of those games.
Theory is correct.
Trying to find a way
Jazz,
to be smart.
I got 3 words for the Jazz. What the fuck? Who would have thought that a lineup of Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, all-star Markkanen.
So you know, fuck me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
but I feel like them getting rid of Rudy Gobert solved a lot of.
I mean, look at the Timberwolves. Look at the Timberwolves. That team is not.
The Timberwolves were bad anyway. But
I'm saying, but that their lineup doesn't. On the lineup on paper looks really good, and then they get on the
Rudy
court.
Gobert is just JaVale McGee on steroids.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
I'll
accept that. Rudy Gobert has never been good.
What's crazy is
Rudy Gobert is if JaVale McGee had per 36.
Here's my thing with Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert's archetype is like running backs in football.
Huh?
Rudy Gobert's archetype.
His archetype is like running backs in football.
He's a traditional 5 with no rim presence.
He's got rim presence.
He's got
Dude,
rim presence.
I watched him get strapped by D'Angelo Russell on 4 straight possessions.
Oh yeah, on offense.
Offense.
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I thought you meant like rim, like being a rim protector.
No. Rim presence, like on offense, like he's.
Oh yeah, I mean this summer in the
he's like a
Olympics.
He's like a power back.
In the Olympics, he was out there getting who was he trying to body down? I can't remember. It was a guard though.
Yeah,
and he was like passing out of it.
Patty Mills. It was Patty Mills.
Yeah, backing down Patty Mills and passing out of it.
Yeah, I'm like, bro.
I'm on that.
That's like if Sid was on me in the post.
What's crazy is that Rudy Gobert's like maybe like a quarter of what LeBron and Giannis are. Maybe probably less.
Quarter.
But I'm saying you have to build their team around them the same way if you're gonna do it. Like you have to put 4 other shooters.
Well, the thing is they are though. So like Cats can spray it.
Cat can spray it.
Anthony Edwards
can spray it. D'Angelo can spray it. And then
so I mean they've got the team built.
Jaden McDaniels can shoot too.
Dude.
They've got the team built for it. I don't know.
Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, as many firsts as they want.
D'Angelo Russell is not as good as
Anthony Edwards.
D'Angelo Russell was not.
Bring Anthony Edwards to the Miami Heat.
Kyle Lowry and Duncan Robinson are not getting
you Anthony
I said
Edwards.
in as many firsts as they want.
Tyler Hero, as many firsts as they want, might
come on, dude.
Get the phone call back.
Come on, dude. Now you're
out
of pocket.
What do you mean?
I was being funny.
That's a $30 million player.
I was being funny. You're out of pocket.
I'm not out of pocket.
I was being funny. You're being out of pocket. Dude said Tyler Hero and as many firsts as they want might do it. If we went to the Timberwolves,
that
we'd
is
be
a
like,
little wild.
If we went to the Timberwolves, we'd be like, we will give you Tyler Hero and 5 future first rounders.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking that in a heartbeat.
What? Are you dumb? If we went, we were like Tyler Hero and 3 future firsts.
Pat Riley going senile if they do some shit like that.
Pat Riley would be making the move. So, but that's my thing. We just need to find a way to get Anthony Edwards. Pair him with Hero.
You can't do that deal and not give up Tyler Hero though.
You have to give up Tyler Hero.
Probably.
So I mean, and then if we're being honest, Ant is just a bigger, slightly improved Tyler Hero. So
I would say that.
Come on, bro.
That's a lot. That's 2 different players because Ant's going to get to the rim and
you don't know ball. You don't know ball. Just say you don't know ball. We'll move on.
Anthony Edwards hasn't been getting to the rim all year. And I blame that on Rudy Gobert.
Tell that to the Asian kid who's no longer in the NBA. The kid that played for the Raptors, I forget his name.
Yuta Watanabe?
The guy from last year?
Yes. Tell that to him. Is he still in the NBA? He might still be in the NBA.
No, he's hurt. He's actually I think he tore his ACL or something.
Is he still employed by the National Basketball Association?
I don't know.
Then he's still in the NBA freaking A.
What does Utah have to do with it? What does he have to do with this?
You're saying he doesn't get to the rim. Finish your segment.
Anthony Edwards hasn't been getting to the rim this season.
What the heck just happened in the NFL? DC's AG files a suit against Daniel Snyder, Roger Goodell, the Commanders, and NFL related to a workplace misconduct investigation.
Oh wait, no, that's copyrighted. Breaking
NPS breaking news.
No, stop.
NPS breaking news. The Washington organization is fucked.
It sounds like Goodell's name's in it.
Oh, that's an attorney general.
Yeah. Did y'all see the response to him when the attorney general said he was going to do an investigation into them?
No, what do you say?
So the team went on Twitter and said that the attorney general should be more focused on lowering crime in around DC than worrying about a team. And this quote unquote. They said they were trying to deflect it to talk about Brian Robinson's getting shot.
The attorney general for the District of Columbia says his office is filing a civil consumer protection lawsuit against the Washington Commanders, owner Daniel Snyder, and the NFL's commissioner Roger Goodell. Attorney General Carl Rassin announced the civil complaint for colluding to deceive district residents at a news conference Thursday. Rassin said that the team and league violated DC consumers' rights based on what they knew about the organization's workplace misconduct, alleging Snyder lied about his knowledge of the situation.
Yeah, bro, he is cooked. He's cooked.
Dan Snyder assured fans that he would fully cooperate in the investigation and the results could be trusted. One of the posters read, "That was a lie." He repeatedly attempted to interfere, and the fans could not trust results that were never made public because Snyder had a veto. So basically, Dan Snyder went behind the back of Washington. And the residents of Washington.
We knew he was a POS.
Yeah, he's the worst owner in sports.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, David Tepper. You're 29.
I mean, I would put like Rob Manfred and Dan Snyder in the same conversation.
Well,
that's a bit different. One's a commissioner.
Hold on. I don't mean as humans. I'm not calling Rob Manfred a
human.
I mean as businessmen. As businessmen, I put them on the same level. Anyway. Nolan, finish your segment.
Yeah, back to
the Jazz. The Jazz this season, they're second in points per game.
Mm-hmm.
So they're outscoring most people. They're tied for third in steals per game. They're the most threes made by any team by 18. So they're outshooting everybody, and they're sixth in offensive rebounds per game. And I think they were like 15th in defensive rebounds. So they're just outplaying everybody in all facets, and it's a wild thing given you look at this shitty ass lineup.
I mean,
so you look at this is what Lauri Markkanen was supposed to be. So
this is what Lauri Markkanen was supposed to be in Chicago.
We're looking at Cavs Lauri Markkanen right now. That's what we perceive when we saw this lineup. But now we're getting Lauri Markkanen what he was supposed to be
in Chicago.
Exactly what he was supposed to be. So now it's like,
and now he is.
So now it's like now we're looking at a different roster. So
he got salty and became really good.
Facts.
And then obviously, Colin Sexton is a dog. Colin Sexton's a dog.
Facts.
He's gonna get his. He doesn't care about no tank. He's
maybe winning 6 man.
Colin Sexton will win you basketball games.
He might win 6 man of the year.
And then Jordan Clarkson's a bug.
He should be.
But other than that, this team should not be 10-3. It's ridiculous.
Colin Sexton should be in a Heat jersey.
But it's not.
So did we ever talk about?
It's annoying that he's in Utah.
Did we ever?
We ain't gotta.
Did we talk about week 8?
We didn't get to because last week's episode was canceled.
Okay.
We ain't got to talk about week 8. We can talk about week 9 though.
Okay.
Week 8's too far gone.
So I'm just gonna give our summary. So after week 8, Timmy's 65, 57, and 1. I'm 60, 62, and 1. Nolan is 70, 52, and 1. Mo knows is 10 and 11. Sid's picks is 14 and 7. So now we move on to week 9, which is basically us picking up where we left off. 6 teams on a bye, 13 game slate. Houston made it interesting in the first half against Philly. Dameon Pierce is he's such a
He's ridiculous, dude.
he's a beautiful runner.
Davis Mills looked good in that first half.
A beautiful runner. And
Dameon Pierce is one of the silliest of geese.
Facts.
Silliest.
That game put doubt in my mind about Philly. Like, if they go, is it in Philly or in Washington? If the Commanders come into Philly this week and give the Eagles
a fight,
and like they make it interesting, I'm gonna start like Philadelphia. No matter what we say, right? So back-to-back years, we had the 11-0 Cardinals, and then we had the 11-0 Steelers, and then the 11-0 Cardinals.
They were 12-0.
I'm just saying 11 because they were both got to 11 games. I'm using 11 as, you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's hands down Eagles, Cardinals, Steelers, right? But if the Commanders come into Philly this weekend and make it interesting, I'm gonna start inching Philly closer and closer to the Cardinals.
I wouldn't do that. This team's
dude.
I think they're a good amount better than that Cardinals team.
Houston is bad.
Yeah, it seemed like the Cardinals got away with a few games every.
Yeah, that is also true. Yes, but I mean, and I'm not trying to discredit the Eagles. They're 8-0.
The Eagles are a good team.
It's a way more legitimate undefeated than the undefeateds we've seen these past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Hands down, they are miles above the Cardinals. And the Cardinals are miles above the Steelers, the undefeated Steelers team. Yeah. But watching that Texans game, first Philadelphia game I watched all year, they Super Bowl against Chiefs, Bills. It's gonna be ugly, personally. I do not see this team. I do not see this team keeping up with Buffalo or KC.
I think
now Buffalo with Josh Allen's
with his injury,
he's day to day, man. He's gonna play. He's gonna finish out.
Well, yeah, but
I personally don't think he should. I personally don't think he should.
You don't need it to throw though,
because if he snaps that's it. That is it. I mean, he'll come off the injury 26 years old. You see what I'm saying? I think if he snaps it, that's it. Like he might come back, do all right, but this Josh Allen, 70-yard bomb Josh Allen, will be done. And then eventually his legs will go, like they always do. But I don't think he's going to snap his UCL.
I don't think he's dumb enough to be like, who do they play? The
Vikings. But
he did throw that insane pass to Gabe Davis against the Jets.
Yeah.
With the UCL like that, though.
No, it was probably the one.
On his Henry Rowan Gardner type stuff.
You don't rely on it as much. It's like you rarely ever max out your elbow throwing a football. Like, very rarely. No, it's the same motion, bro. Trust me. It's the same motion.
It's not the same motion as throwing a baseball.
You make the same goofy-ass motion throwing a football that you do throwing a baseball. I promise I've seen it. The same goofy-ass motion. If you watch Josh Allen's arm snap forward whenever the ball got batted, it is identical to a Major League Baseball player's.
That's not the same throw.
Bro, it's the same. It's the same. It's obviously not the same throw, but you got to think.
If I'm throwing
your hand is here. Yeah, bro, look, your hand is here. Your hand is here. The only thing you're doing is rotating your wrist.
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Your elbow is still performing the same motion. Your hand is just oriented differently.
Wow.
Some people throw the football sidearm, bro. Some people throw the football straight over top, like Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts releases that motherfucker like this.
Well, he's short. He has to.
He's taller than Tua.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's smart for when Baker was a few weeks ago asking about what drills he should be. It's really a throw motion. Shorter quarterbacks, if you release that thing up here, all of a sudden now you're releasing that way higher.
Yeah, that is true. But back to my point. This team, I feel like from what we've seen up to this point, this team matches up with Kansas City or Buffalo in the World Series. I mean, in the Super Bowl. It's gonna be like a blowout. It's gonna be 3 scores. It's gonna be at least 17-point win. Personally, that's
which game? Which game? I was looking.
If the Eagles play,
is that who y'all would have coming out of the NFC? If you had to pick today, who's coming out of the NFC? That's who you'd pick.
Yeah, man, you'd have to.
I picked the Niners.
I picked the Cowboys.
I don't trust
I picked the Cowboys.
I understand the Niners offense has pieces, but I don't like that.
And the only reason why I picked the Cowboys,
their defense can carry them back to a NFC chip.
That Cowboys defense is mean. The Cowboys defense, they fly to the ball. Like, Niners have statistically the best defense, but any given Sunday, I would rather play the Niners than the Cowboys defense.
I wouldn't. You want to face Fred Warner and Nick Bosa?
You want to face Michael Parsons?
Michael Parsons is
Michael Parsons and Fred Warner do the same thing.
Okay, Michael Parsons may be a generational defensive player. Like no, I'm not talking about. Okay, I'm not talking about like generational, like.
You talking about like Lawrence Taylor type stuff?
Yes, I'm talking can win football games type player. Like there are few, like I
he's trending towards that because he can play Mike and Edge.
That's what I'm saying. Like Aaron Donald can win you football games.
He locks down tight ends too. Locks down tight ends.
Aaron Donald can win you because he runs a 4.2. Aaron Donald can win you football games.
4.2 is insane, by the way. I don't know if you really think Michael Parsons run a 4.2, but that's insane.
He runs a 4.3. Ran a 4.38 at the combine.
Yeah.
Still dumb.
Yeah, it's still dumb for a lot.
Yeah, it's 6'6". I don't know how tall he is, but I mean,
he'd be the fastest wide receiver in the
Aaron Donald, Deion Sanders, Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis, Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed,
Michael Parsons,
T.J. Watt when he really gets going.
Well, if he can stay off the shelf, it's T.J. Watt.
Yeah, exactly.
Healthy T.J. Watt.
And healthy J.J. Watt was the same thing.
Oh, J.J. Watt. Yeah, you definitely have to include J.J.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Kuechly could do it.
I was waiting.
No, Luke Kuechly could do it.
No, I believe you. I was just saying. I was waiting. I was like, he hasn't
when he was
Luke
healthy.
Yet.
Luke Kuechly won football games.
I was waiting on. I was like, he hasn't said Luke yet. I'm surprised.
But yeah, I mean, I think Michael Parsons is. I don't think he's going to go down as one of those guys. No.
Why?
I don't think he's going to go down as one of those guys. But it's like,
Nolan, do you include Luke Kuechly?
I don't think it's consistent though, man. Like,
what do you mean? What was not consistent about a healthy Luke Kuechly?
I'm not talking about like his being
we all saw the video
as a player.
I just don't think him the other day, so we're all like,
I just don't think he could single-handedly win you a football game, like compared to everybody else. I think it's a tier down. I put him in the same. I put him probably in the same boat. I would put Brian Dawkins in. Ronnie Lott could win you football games. Ronnie freaking Lott was mean, but I put.
It might be because I watched him win us football games, but
I'm talking about like over a 15, 16-year career.
Well, he didn't have that, so.
Well, I know. And he might have been able to do it, but I put Luke Kuechly, same Brian Dawkins, Jason Taylor, Michael Strahan, Mean Joe Green.
Well, we're going back to the Iron Curtain days.
Patrick Willis. Those guys. I put Luke Kuechly in that.
Mike Ditka back in the day. I watched the film back from Mike Ditka.
I was like, that guy is a football player.
The way he moved at the tight end position.
Now that's a guy right there.
But it's like,
she was watching Joe Namath saying, that's a guy right there.
Yeah. Joe Montana was really something special back in the...
I'm really glad I got to watch him play.
But yeah, I think Michael Parsons is trending in that direction. Dude, that's the only reason why I say the Cowboys. That's the only reason why I say the Cowboys. But, Miami and Chicago, Jesus Christ. I said in the group chat the night before, I was like, this is the trap game of all trap games. And my God, if Justin Fields didn't put on the greatest regular season rushing quarterback game of all time. 178 yards. He couldn't miss his throws after previously missing throws in every professional football game he ever played. It's just ridiculous. We got Ohio State Heisman candidate Justin Fields on Sunday, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Part of that is our defensive game plan, and part of that is I don't know the football gods. I don't know.
It's like, throw me a freaking bone here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like we won the game, but at what cost? Like,
I was so upset.
I bet it was. I know as a Dolphins fan, it may not have been fun to watch, but as a football game, was it fun?
I mean, it was fun to watch our offense score 35 points. It was fun to finally, like the more and more I watch, the less and less I get nervous when Tua has the ball on offense because he's starting to.
I figured you'd be over that by now.
No. There's still that doubt in my mind because you never know how sustainable. So, I mean, he's got the 10th highest QBR of all time right now. Like 10th highest.
I know
of
that's
all
what I'm saying.
time.
Like I feel like you have
Like
more confidence.
he's having a better season QBR by QBR standards, ESPN's QBR metric, than MVP Aaron Rodgers, who was 11th all time. Right? He's just under 2013 Peyton Manning, who broke the yards record and touchdown record in the same year. So I mean, but there's still like, how long can this go on? The sooner or later, like every time, especially because he throws over the middle so much, I'm like, there it is, that's the pick. I get to hear the group chat pop off for 15 minutes, even though the kid's been playing like one.
Tua turned the ball over.
Jesus. Carolina at Cincinnati.
Listen, I'll get my Tua take on the air. I just think, like I said, Tua.
He's going to call him a game manager,
Yes.
and I'm going to choke him with.
I mean, it's fine for this to be. I mean, listen, the way that Jimmy G is able to run the 49ers offense.
Oh my God!
If you took a Jimmy G type of guy,
pick fucking Kirk Cousins before you pick.
No. I'm not. Listen, I'm just saying.
Jimmy G is a fucking insult.
Listen, Sid.
Go with Kirk Cousins.
Anyways,
go with Jimmy G.
Kirk.
That style, but if you could make an air raid Jimmy G, as far as I'm going to do my job, sit with this bag of cheese.
Hey,
But if I'm going to do my job,
I've been through a lot today.
Have you?
it's putting it in like a chaw. But anyways,
You did the other day. You packed that thing in there.
anyways, yeah, if you could put Jimmy G type of guy in an air raid offense, and you made him left-handed, and he wore a lei, that would be Tua. And he's doing his job well. It's just a perfect storm in Miami, and that's fine.
I mean, Tua
that's
really
what Tua
is
is.
like a left-handed 1 o'clock Kirk Cousins. Being honest,
If you keep comparing him to Jimmy Garoppolo,
little Kirko.
You're getting hung up on the
I'm
name,
going
but
to sacrifice your firstborn.
first.
I'm not playing. His floor is Kirk Cousins.
He hasn't even reached. Has he reached Kirk Cousins?
I mean, he's reached primetime Kirk Cousins. Little Kirko.
You put Kirk at 1 o'clock.
Kirk 30.
Kirk at 1 o'clock almost lost to Teddy Bridgewater
But he didn't.
because he got bailed by Dalvin Cook. 53-yard touchdown run to ice it. Oh, and Teddy Bridgewater threw a pick in a one-score game. Imagine that. Anyway,
Jesus Christ, Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller hitting the IR at the same day for the Raiders.
I just hate the Raiders though.
tough scene.
Who has
Shut
their?
up.
Did they have their pick?
Probably.
I don't think
Probably.
they
They're
do.
probably gonna mess it up too.
How would they not? Who did they trade for? Devontae.
I don't think the
Devontae.
Packers have that pick.
No, they don't have it. I think they that's like the one they
I
managed.
don't think they have it either, though.
Let's go. Let me look.
Anywho,
Tankathon.
the New York Jets hosted the Buffalo Bills. Oh boy. Josh Allen has let me down.
They do have their first.
They do.
Josh Allen has let me
Yeah, the free
down way too much here recently. I finally, Josh Allen, a $400 bet rides on your shoulders, kid. Good luck.
Second.
No, sir. Sid's pick, lock of the week. No, sir. Also, that keeps the Dolphins third in the division.
That sounds like a team. That
Some
sounds
are
like a
saying
Dolphins.
Josh
That sounds
Allen-
like a Dolphins problem.
Yeah, some are saying Josh Allen's playing chess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Put up a stinker. I'm just saying.
He's throwing out his elbow part of the plan. Like,
Yeah, just
Indianapolis
him
at New
think.
England. We kind of saw this coming. Sam Allinger is bad. He's not it. That Colts team is bad. That Colts team is really bad.
they got Jeff Saturday.
hey, I do like Well, Jeff Saturday. Jeff Saturday.
Hey, I heard his little press conference.
You heard the same thing I did then.
Hey.
I didn't see it.
Looks like a guy I could play for.
Brother said, look, man, people saying I can't do it.
He sounded like
I was in the locker room for 14 years. Played with 5 Hall of Famers. Saw how they prepare, how they coach. That kind of thing. He said, I might do it. I might get to the end of this 8 games. I might suck at it. And I'll, ride off into the sunset. But he said, what did he say? To say I'm going to, lay down and quit, or to say I'm going to, not give it my all?
He's like, there may be people more qualified than me, but to think I'm just going to sit here and,
I think he's basically saying, to say I'm going to, not give it my all is, I'm going to...
Well, because you know what the media did with that.
Yeah. The race card.
Even though it's an interim head coach.
Did y'all see...
It's an interim head coach.
Oh, same thing.
They're literally saying, hey,
but that's what I'm saying. It's an interim head coach. It's not like
he's our new head coach.
They went out and did an interview process.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely different. But anyway.
Oh, we're not going to talk about it? Okay.
What are we talking about?
We're definitely not going to talk about it.
Talk about what?
We will never talk about
the people's reaction to...
Enough. We'll explain. Timmy, I'll text you.
Yeah.
But
we'll explain it.
Yeah, Frank Wright got fired, though.
Frank Wright needed to. He needed to. Yeah.
Was Frank Wright... I mean, I guess the Colts are just kind of hit the fan, but is Frank Wright the one to kind of... Is that something the organization did because they kind of had to because of the way the team's playing? Or is that actually where you're placing the blame?
Bad. I mean, can you say that he didn't?
I mean, they've also had a lot of injuries.
Can you say that he didn't have a hand in acquiring Carson Wentz? Can you say he didn't have a hand in acquiring Matt Ryan after the Phillip Rivers?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, you could definitely see that. And also, whenever you
where did he come up with that?
Yeah. Did y'all see the video of the just talking about head coaches, like the Mike Zimmer side by side, a locker room talk like last year's Vikings compared to the Vikings coach now? What's his name?
Kevin O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell. Did y'all see the comparisons of that?
Nah,
I didn't see that.
But it's just there's so much more fired up playing for O'Connell and last year it was a video of Mike Zimmer last year. It was, all right, guys, we got a team meeting tomorrow at 9:00 after the game.
Make sure you bring your pencils.
It is. Yeah. There's a clear difference.
You got to be a leader of men. You can't.
I mean, but that's what we saw the whole offseason is that especially Justin Jefferson and Kirk, they were all excited. They were like we love how this is playing out.
Because Justin Jefferson is now in a newer pass-heavy offense. The ball is getting spread around a lot more, though, which, I mean, is good for football. Not so good for my
But not for first overall pick seed.
Exactly. But,
I mean, he still has his games.
I mean, he's I mean... This Dolphins team is night and day. It's night and day.
How did we get here?
No, we're talking. We're talking about head coaching, bro. We would.
That's why I'm dying for one, and I'll take it. If you told me,
Timo, who's your perfect fantasy world head coach for y'all to get right now?
For how much better the team would be, or how I would feel about it.
Whatever you think is best. Whatever you think is best for the team.
In a good world, I mean, the best for the team is we would be able to acquire Sean Payton, but that would also cost our first round pick, so I don't want to do that. I mean, I've got a list of guys that I would take.
Yeah, I'm not giving up this year's first round pick. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't do that shit.
No way.
No, not whenever you can.
Not the second overall.
Not whenever is if you want Sean Payton that bad, then you give Wilkes the job for a year, and if he sucks, you can get Sean as a free agent next season. If you want him that bad.
Yeah.
But there's Ken Dorsey who kind of has ties here a little bit. Byron Leftwich.
I don't think Byron Leftwich is it. I don't think he's it.
D'Amico Ryans, the DC for the Niners.
That's who I've heard you talk about the most, is D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind D'Amico Ryans at all.
It worked out for the Dolphins.
Yeah, man, just any
Shanahan.
Somebody off of Shanahan. I want somebody.
Anthony Lynn plays for Shanahan.
We're not going to go this whole.
So you know where? Because Nolan didn't know this, so Nolan don't say anything. You know where the Shanahan tree is from, right?
talking like Mike Shanahan?
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I had to explain to Nolan.
That it weren't just Kyle.
Yeah, that it's not the Kyle Shanahan tree.
Yeah, it's her dad.
It's the Mike Shanahan tree.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did that feel good?
Huh? Yes, it feels amazing.
Did it feel good?
Amazing. It might be the highlight of my day. It
Really?
might be the highlight of my day.
I mean,
What, me knowing that the Shanahans are from Mike?
anything you can
Nolan,
only
I
go
know
up from
where
the
you
bottom.
live.
Yeah, you live here too, dumbass.
I'm just saying, bro. Like,
You can only go up from the bottom. So
I'm just saying. Anyway,
They're
the
gonna get
Vegas Raiders, the Jacksonville Jaguars. That game was weird. I feel like the Raiders were in control, and then they
Lost control.
Like
Yeah,
Riley
shit.
Reid, they
'Cause
blew
they're
it.
Jeez.
Green Bay sucks. You know, it went from they'll turn it around to they're not it to they just suck.
So is Aaron going to get traded or retire this offseason? I don't know how he's going to keep putting.
If I was Aaron, I'd retire.
I'd either get a trade.
He doesn't
If
got
he
it
gets
anymore.
traded, he's going to be under so much scrutiny.
Who cares?
So, but
I ain't gonna lie. If anybody deserves to ask for a trade, it's Aaron Rodgers. If anybody in the NFL deserves to ask for a trade, I'm not. Are you gonna be mad at Aaron Rodgers if he asked out of Green Bay?
No, I'm just saying.
No,
I'm just
I mean,
saying.
not really. I mean,
Let's do.
they have a
history.
bunch of injuries. They have a bunch of injuries. Aaron Rodgers that looks
Go-
like a shell.
It'll
Right.
just be the history of the Green Bay Packers. We're gonna let him go to the Minnesota. We're gonna let Brett Favre go to the Minnesota Vikings, and we're gonna bring in this kid named Aaron Rodgers. We're gonna let Aaron Rodgers go to a team in California, and we're gonna
Niners.
let.
Go to the Niners.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna send him for Trey Lance, we're gonna have Trey Lance and Jordan Love battle it out.
He wants a defense. That's a damn good defense.
One thing with the Packers is they have spent 60 consecutive years with an elite quarterback.
I mean,
Barstar, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers.
yeah.
It's hard to imagine the Packers without an elite quarterback. But this Packers team, like, we want to talk about 16 Browns, 08 Lions.
Nah, they.
Name.
Aaron Rodgers is the only thing keeping it
I'm talking
above
about
that.
when Aaron Rodgers leaves.
Oh,
When Aaron Rodgers leaves, we're going to be talking about the 2023 Packers in that light, 2024 Packers, 2025 Packers in that light. I guarantee it. This team is built like crap.
I mean,
Like
who was it?
crap.
Who was it on the?
This team is built worse than the Lakers.
Man,
This
not wrong.
team is built worse than the Lakers.
he's not wrong.
This team is, dude.
It's not good, but
look at this team. Look at their ages. Look at their contracts. This team is built like crap.
no, it's bad. It's bad. I'm not saying it's good,
Horrible. It is
but
horrible.
are we really going to say he's done a worse job than Rob Lincoln?
Yes. Yes.
That's a bit wild.
Actually, yes.
I think that's a bit wild
I'm just saying, bro.
because this Lakers team has.
It's hard contrasting NBA and NFL just because there's so many more guys you got to put in an NFL uniform.
Dude, that team sucks. That team,
It's,
outside of Aaron
they're
Rodgers,
really bad. They're really bad.
Yeah,
and
bro.
it hurts my heart and you know why?
Because of Christian.
He's Christian.
Jesus.
Anything left on the Week 9 slate?
Yeah. Chargers almost lost to the Falcons.
Not talking about it.
Seattle and Arizona was a decent game.
Was that the closest game? Well, not the closest game, but it was probably the best game to watch.
Tennessee and Kansas City was the closest. Tom Brady led his 55th.
Tom Brady.
Led his 55th game-winning drive, tied Peyton Manning.
Tom Brady, it was just good to see, it was good to see Tom Brady be able to tap into that again. I mean, as far as, I'm not one of those Tom Brady guys, never have been. But, you just got to see the GOAT be able to go out and be the GOAT again. And march it down.
One last ride.
I need the next 15 years to hurry up and pass by so I can call Patrick Mahomes the GOAT. I
feel like you're going to do it no matter what he does at this point.
Just
if
to
he
see
continues
Tom and
to
Scotty
play it-
Miller march it down the field.
Because, I mean, like Tom was good, but, like
Russell
Tom,
Gage.
Cade Otton with the game winner.
Tom was
God.
always good, but, outside of 07 Tom, that era of Tom Brady, he was never, Patrick Mahomes good. Pound for pound, Aaron Rodgers has always been a better quarterback than Tom Brady. He's never been.
Well, nobody's ever called Tom the most skilled.
Oh no, but I'm just saying. That's my take on it. KC and Tennessee, that was ridiculous. I don't know what happened in that game. Baltimore, New Orleans. Baltimore went in, took care of business like we all thought they would. Timmy went 10-3. I went 8-5. Nolan went 9-4. Timmy is now 15 games over at 75, 60-1.
Look at him.
I'm 3 games over at 70, 67-1. Nolan is 79, 56-1 going into week 10. Mo Knows is at 13-11. Sid's Picks is at 15-9.
So Nolan's up 5 games on me.
He's up 4 games on you, 9 games on me. With
the gap is narrowing.
With 7.
Oh, I thought you were gonna catch me because I saw that. I was like, he ain't got no accents.
with 8 weeks to play.
With 8 weeks to play.
So there's 14, 28.
I mean, what are we doing? We're gonna just all go out. We're all go out to like what are we doing with these league picks? Like, what's
we gotta do something.
Loser buys dinner, like a
overall loser.
Yeah, overall loser buys like a nice dinner, and then dessert is on the loser.
Like Chili's, and
then dessert is on the loser of Sid Picks Mo Knows.
Oh, sweet! I'm in the good seat.
I'm about to say no one just gets to enjoy dessert.
I just get to enjoy dessert. It's gonna be great.
If by some anomaly we tie, dessert's on Nolan.
Oh, sick.
Gotcha.
This coming week, oh my God, dude, who? I gotta sell
the week 10 game slate.
The prime time
scheduler
for the NFL. This has been abysmal. It has been all freaking year.
It's been why did the Broncos get so many games?
Oh, because they thought they were going to be better. That's why the Broncos got so many games. But
hold on, speaking on the Broncos, before we get into this week, and before we get into this week's slate,
we still got to do Wopal and all that crap.
Yeah. We're just going to revisit the Seahawks and Broncos trade real quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Russell Wilson and Uwuzurike for the Broncos basically turned into Uwuzurike. Yeah, the guy for the Broncos.
It sounds like that corner on the Lions. I can't remember that. It's close.
Uwuzurike.
It's Uwuzurike.
Yeah, but
oh my God!
Then you revisited it. It was
Charles
for Drew Lock.
Charles Cross, Boye Mafe, Tariq Woolen. That's what they turn those picks into?
Yeah.
That is nuts. Yeah, Seahawks fleeced.
Tariq Woolen is nasty. Tariq Woolen is so good.
Yeah, he was a 5th round pick.
He was like the fastest corner or something like
5th round pick.
He's solid. Buy, sells, Wopals.
Buy or sells?
I've got to buy.
I'm
going last. I'm going last for the buy.
All right.
Welcome to the program, Nolan.
Facts. Is this your first ever buy?
No.
You sold
Wally World. I sold Wally Walmart because they're dumbass.
We're going to sell. First person we're going to sell, I was watching College Game Day, and I ain't got that much to say about the guy. He's doing good for himself. But just as far as a commentator, just a complete cornball in the booth, we're going to sell RG3 in the booth. If you watch a college game, RG3 is all over the place. He still feels like he's in college. I mean, the paychecks must be hitting. But
I'll just say whatever I want.
Yeah, I mean, he's just running around doing whatever. He's just a goofy dude. I ain't got that much. But the hard sell.
You can say he's silly.
The hard sell is Jonathan Vilma. All right. Jonathan Vilma used to play linebacker for the New Orleans Saints. And every given Sunday, it feels like, he's at least called, I would say, at least 75% Panther games. But they got him in the booth. And this is just in the first Panthers and Falcons game. This is what this guy. In the first quarter, now me and Nolan were as big as J.C. Horn fans as anybody. But
nobody's bigger than me. Don't do that.
Yeah, but to say that Dante Jackson and J.C. Horn are a top 5 corner duo in football was a bit odd out of Jonathan Vilma, to say the least. He said that Carolina, and I typed these as the game went on. He said Carolina has one of the best tight end rooms in the league. Our tight end room is in shambles. Tommy Tremble isn't panned out.
I still believe
he's a glorified fullback playing tight end.
I believe in Tommy. I think he'll.
I called.
You
Tommy
didn't
Tremble.
You didn't call Tommy.
Did.
It's just you didn't think he was Baby Kittle like I wanted him to be, which is fine. So you didn't call Tremble being bad. You just didn't say it was.
I called him.
But
he's grabbing at straws, dude.
And then in the first quarter, he was trying to shame Dante Foreman. And after Dante Foreman ran his third touchdown of the game against the Falcons, he said this guy is cut from the same cloth as Derrick Henry.
Okay.
This is all in one game, 3 hours of work from Mr. Jonathan Vilma flip-flopping throughout this Panthers game.
That is insane.
Oh, it was a masterclass by Mr. Vilma.
Masterclass. I feel like that would be the same vibes if we called the Masters. All over the place, no direction, ton of horseshit. That's what I feel like I would get if we.
I mean,
it's like
Vilma had to get to the booth
got 3
that
touchdowns. He must be Derrick.
He showed up for the meeting that day. They handed him player notes, everything else. He showed up and like, "Hey, you been studying? You ready?" Like, we're just gonna wing it.
He said, "I'm off a perk in a jack."
Like whenever he said Dante Jackson and JC, and I love JC, and him and another good corner could very well be a top 5 duo. But Dante Jackson is not that second corner.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Definitely not CJ Henderson.
Don't get me started on
So
PTSD, Timmy.
My buy, it's a lighthearted.
We're selling
buy.
Eddie Pinerio too.
Facts. It's a lighthearted buy. Recently I just watched the movie American Psycho for the first time. If you're old enough to watch that movie, I highly recommend. It's a pretty dope movie. I don't know why it took me so long to watch it, but it's really sick. It's really dope. But
he hasn't shut up about videotapes.
Little lighthearted buy.
Like
I've got to return some videotapes. And for my Wopal, I'm gonna play it because I don't remember it.
Absolutely hit the lottery with a bunch of Reese's peanut butter cups.
That is an announcer. That is an announcer for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Penis.
Reese's penis.
I mean, I hate when the
Peanut butter chocolate flavor.
I hate when I get Reese's and the male sex organ confused.
REESES, yes. P to the U double F.
Go to
I forget what comes after that. Commercial. FS, yes, I think that's what it is. Anyway.
Let's go to commercial. All right.
REESES, yes.
Yeah.
Bars.
All right.
Drake can never.
Well, bro.
21.
21.
Would you do something?
Can you do something for me? All right.
But
so my buy is Sid. I hope you're happy.
What?
I am buying Tua Tagovailoa.
Man,
I am buying Tua Tagovailoa. This kid, he's come back from a head injury that some people are telling him he should not play football anymore, and missing. What did he miss? 11 games. How many games did he miss the year before?
Oh, not like 6.
Yeah, he missed 6.
7.
I thought it was like 11.
He missed 6 because Dickhead went 1-5.
Yeah.
No, Dickhead went 1-6. He missed 7 games.
And he has proven that the Dolphins.
And he came back from a career, quote unquote, career-ending hip injury.
I didn't even know about that.
It was in college. The same one Bo Jackson had. Ended Bo Jackson's career.
Yeah. But he has proven that the Dolphins can win under him. Before even the Hill Waddle elite tandem. He is very, very accurate. He's up there in terms of most accurate quarterbacks. Coming from the left side too, which is it's a weird thing.
The most accurate statistically.
He's first in QBR, yards per attempt among qualified quarterbacks. Because when you go to NFL.com and you look at it, it's like Christian McCaffrey is like 34 yards per attempt. So I saw that and I was like, no way. And then
it can't be.
It was that, and he's first in EPA and basically every efficient quarterback efficiency stat. and then you watch him play, yes, he has great weapons. They just got Jeff Wilson. Their offensive line is much improved, but I mean, Mike McDaniel has a great scheme.
Dude is a fucking genius. I love that dude, man.
And like everything's fallen together for the Dolphins.
I'm sure you could go talk to Joe Philbin. I'm sure he'll want to.
I'm so tired, man. Like, hold on. Listen, I just need a second. I've been through a lot. All right, I've been through a lot. Is a decent head coach, just somebody I can, like, I'm trying to get behind Steve Wilkes, just because I guess he can lead men, kinda. Give me somebody stable back there, an offensive-minded.
You know who you need. You know who would really turn this team around?
Anthony Lynn.
Who's that?
Superstar.
John Gruden?
Landon Kennedy.
Hey, listen. Landon...
Rec basketball coach legend.
Yeah, we're just going to turn the team around. We're going to fire Ben McAdoo.
Yeah, you're done. Cooked. Sorry about you.
Landon's right next as an oath.
Yes, sir. Cook it. In the pot. We want it all. DJ Moore, you're done.
Whoa.
Forget about it.
Oh, Landon's like, yeah.
Eddie Pinero, sorry. Sorry about you.
I hope the family likes Lunchables. Like, let's go.
Yeah, sorry about it. That's what Pat McAfee would say. Sorry about it.
Anyways, Nolan, continue. I'm just sad.
You also had a buy and a sell?
Yes, I have a sell. I'm selling the 2021 QB class. Them dudes are shitty.
Solid sell.
Hey, he's got a point.
That whole class, aside from like the last few weeks, Justin Fields overall is just ass. Trey Lance is injury prone as fuck. Trevor
He
Lawrence
just broke his ankle in the second career game. Like, can we calm
He wasn't
down?
a second career game. He played last year.
He came in a few plays, but his second career start, he breaks his ankle.
Did he play last year? Exactly.
His second career start. Injury prone AF. Second game
Did he
AF.
last year? Wasn't he injured like some part?
No, he was on the bench.
I didn't pay attention to Trey Lance because I don't believe in Trey Lance.
But Trevor Lawrence was supposed to be like as good as Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert and shit. And
Trevor Lawrence was supposed to be the next Peyton Manning.
Exactly.
That's what his expectations were.
And I get it. Jacksonville's still not a good team. They're better. They're way better than they were last year. Because they can actually win games. But Trevor Lawrence is not this generational QB that he was supposed to come out and be. Justin Fields has looked really good the last few weeks, but before that, it was just it was ugly. Granted, the Bears are. I think the Bears might be the worst team in football right now.
The Bears?
I'm saying, but like before the last.
The
last few weeks, before Justin Fields learned how to play quarterback.
I don't know, man. It might be the Colts.
They're not. No,
Dude, the Colts are bad.
the Colts aren't even worst team in their division.
The Colts are bad.
The Texans, we just know we're going to be bad.
I think the Texans are better than the Colts. Thought about them personally.
Nah.
Davis
No,
Mills
because the Colts still have they have good players.
Davis Mills or Sam Ellinger?
Mills.
I'm thinking Davis Mills. But a healthy Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor hasn't done shit this season.
Now he's hurt. But you mean you can't? I mean, you're going to sit there and say Jonathan Taylor's not a good running back.
I mean, he is, but I mean,
he's a good running back. Michael Pittman's a good wide receiver. Alec Pierce and Paris Campbell.
Give me Brandon Cooks over Michael Pittman.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
Brandon Cooks is not a better wide receiver
Brandon
than
Cooks is more skilled. Brandon Cooks is more skilled. But
give me Brandon Cooks over Michael Pittman.
No.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if I want to say Brandon Cooks is better. But
he's better than Michael Pittman. What has Michael Pittman done? Ever? What has Michael Pittman ever done? Ever? What? 1 900-yard season, if that? What has Michael Pittman ever done?
He's doing his research. But the Colts are not a worse team than the Texans.
I think they are.
I feel like you just hate the Colts. I'd like the
No, I
last
don't.
couple,
I actually
like the last
don't.
couple
I actually
seasons, you
don't
just
mind.
hated the
Don't
Colts.
mind the Colts. I just don't think they're.
They're not the worst team in the league.
He caught for 1,000 yards last year. 1,100
Pittman?
yards, right at it.
Michael Pittman.
Yeah, with 6 TDs. And right now, halfway through the season, he's on about that pace.
Give me Brandon Cooks, man. So serious.
But the Colts, when you
Also, you got to. He caught for 1,100 yards with 6 TDs, with breakout Jonathan Taylor.
with 1,800 yards around the table, became a run heavy offense with Carson Wentz.
That is true. He did have walk it to him Wentz.
You see?
But
Walk it to him Wentz is crazy. Full pals by ourselves.
Zach, hold on, wait, real quick. And Zach fucking Wilson,
He's bad.
second overall pick, should have never been
For
there.
what? For what?
And Mac Jones. Mac Jones got
For what?
He got zapped.
What?
What? Good old
I'm not trying to steal the thing. I'm not trying to steal the thing, man. That shit is so funny.
Give me the Volunteers. What?
What? Nah, but
Stone Cold.
what? No, let me stop. Got any? You got a woe pal?
Yeah. Listen to this shit Jamal Murray said about Jokic. He said post game the other night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm about to say. He said Jokic is the peanut butter because he's thick, and that Jamal Murray is the smear over top.
Yeah, that came out of Jamal's mouth.
Yeah. Said that post game. I saw that. I said screenshot. Nikola Thickich, like Nikola Thickich and
I don't know how to feel about
Jam Murray.
I think Jamal Murray needs to be worried. Never mind. Worried about his private videos getting leaked.
That was Bubble. He's fine.
That was Bubble.
She was.
We got to run through this week's slate.
She was
Sid.
killing that shit, though.
Chill out.
Man,
See what that be like?
shit. Oh, you want talking about, man? I'm talking about WWE World Champion of the World,
2 times.
WrestleMania, the 2-time.
The 2 times.
Nah, but coming up, Falcons, Panthers.
Woo!
What better to do on a Thursday night,
I'm
baby?
still gonna watch it just because I can. I'm gonna watch it because it's.
I'm
one of those
simply
games I can't
only
watch.
watching it for the jerseys.
I'm watching
That
it for
is
JC Horn.
Yeah, the helmets
only-
are gas. The helmets are. We need to. Why not wear those? Just kick them silver bullets to the curb.
I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see the Cardinals unis, the red metal flakes. I think those are gonna go stupid. Jets helmets look better in person. Bears helmets are ugly.
Yeah,
Ugly as fuck. As the frick. You feel me?
I'm just really exciting.
Cleveland comes into Miami. Better win.
Honestly, I think that's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be a good game.
Must win. 7-3 into the bye. Buffalo might drop one if Josh Allen doesn't play. That'll put you in
If Case Keenum is playing the Vikings at 4:30, chalk it. Chalk the
look,
Bills.
bro. All I'm saying. Bills lose, Dolphins win.
Because if we're being honest,
New York Jet is on the bye. Bills lose, Dolphins win. We're first in the division overnight. Need that going into the bye.
because Josh Allen is the engine for that Bills team. Without
course.
Josh Allen,
Duh.
what I'm saying, like without Josh Allen,
It's like-
we don't know how the team's gonna do for one. So I feel like we're gonna find out.
It's not going to be like it does with Josh Allen.
Word.
Seattle, Tampa Bay. Seattle, Tampa Bay. Might be a good game, but Geno Smith has strung together some really good weeks. I think he's due for a bad week.
He's super efficient, by the way.
'Cause
He's
he's
got like a 73% completion.
He's got the third best QBR in the NFL.
Exactly. We know Smith. My fantasy quarterback.
Saints, Steelers. Steelers are bad, dude. Steelers are really bad. Bears, Lions, and Tigers. Oh my.
Good one.
Both of y'all went Chicago. That's very interesting.
I believe in Justin Fields.
Justin Fields is solid.
Against the worst defense in football. He just did that to y'all.
I mean,
y'all were top 15.
We're in the bottom 20. We're in the bottom 10 this year.
It's still way better than the Lions.
Only thing we're not bottom 10 in is pass defense. Vikings, Bills. Josh Allen plays, Bills win. Josh Allen doesn't play, Vikings win. I feel like that's pretty straightforward, cut and simple.
You wrote me down for Vikings, right?
You wrote yourself down for Vikings, yes.
I didn't write it.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Giants with the Queens sweep. Houston at home. Patrick Mahomes welcomes in Trevor Lawrence. That game, I think that game is going to get very ugly. That game is going to be
Welcome to the league.
Kadarius Toney breakout game. I'm calling it right now.
Who said welcome to the league?
Kadarius Toney's going to have 100 yards.
Kadarius Toney's going to have 94 yards and two touchdowns. I feel like the Raiders snapped their little losing streak against the Colts. Colts are so bad.
They don't have Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller. You got Devontae Adams.
Oh, brother. The Dolphins are missing Mike Gesicki and Durham Smythe. Don't know how they're going to win. Oh, my God. The Chiefs are missing Travis Kelce and Noah Gray. I don't know how they're going to win. The Broncos are missing Albert however the fuck you say his name, and Robert Dulcich or however. And I don't know how they're going to win.
Hunter Renfrow, Sid. That's their wide receiver 2 and tight end 1.
That's a top 5 tight end.
Do they have Devontae Adams?
What?
Do they have Devontae Adams?
Do
they have Josh Jacobs? They are going to beat the Colts.
Okay.
I should have locked it. Why did I not lock that game?
Why would you lock that game? The Colts are not that bad. They're not that bad. They're better than the Raiders. They're better than the Raiders.
They're better than the Raiders? They're better than the Raiders. Timmy. You said the Colts are better than the Raiders, man. Yeah, that's like saying you don't use your UCL to throw.
Hold on. It's hard to pick the Raiders just because of how bad they have more talent than the Colts, but their coaching is so terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In Oakland.
Coaching is bad. They're missing two of their best weapons.
They're in Vegas.
Horrific coaches. Horrific coaching. In comparison, obviously. Cards, Rams. Do the Rams bounce back? Ooh, missed the Dallas Green Bay game. Give me Dallas. Green Bay sucks. Cardinals, Rams. I'm still up in the air about that. I have no idea.
Really?
Yeah. Chargers, Niners. Hopefully that's a good game. And then Commanders, Eagles. You straight?
Sorry, it was just something I saw. I'm doing mock drafting.
Oh. Well.
Put Bijan in a second.
So, Tim, you were silent on the matter.
Mm-hmm.
What was your reaction to a certain someone? I'm not going to name drop Wyatt. Saying you don't use your UCL to throw a football. Because hold on, what is your major?
Recreational therapy.
And I would assume that is basically PT
for people with special needs.
Okay, I'm wrong in what your major is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you learn about the human body and how it works?
I've took an anatomy and physiology class. Yes.
Okay.
All right, you're a professional.
So
yes, you need your UCL to throw balls. Yes.
Okay. Why? Where was my backup?
I was driving. In my defense,
he did look at it. He looked at it.
I didn't read it. I was in the chat, had it open, so the notification wouldn't be there. But I was driving to Cracker Barrel. Better not hop.
Oh no, let's not get into this.
It may be, but it may be on the same tier as IHOP.
No, it's
put
better
it in the
than
same
IHOP.
tier. It's not better than Waffle House. I'm sorry.
It's better than Waffle House.
You're laced.
It's better.
It's
better than Waffle House.
You're laced. It's not better than Waffle House.
It's better than Waffle House.
You're laced.
It's better than Waffle
You're
House.
laced. Laced.
Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel's just them.
They do got good food.
When's the last time you went to a Cracker Barrel, Sid?
1947.
Last fall.
Go after work one day.
Bro, I've already been after work. I'm good. I'm A-okay. I'd much rather go have some fresh waffles off the grill at.
This is just because you're loving waffles.
And a Newport because you're at Waffle House. Is that what you want?
Anyway, look. Nothing really compares to Waffle House. They just don't. Timmy, you ever been to the Sawmill?
Sawmill's good. Sawmill's very
Timmy,
good.
you ever been to Sawmill?
You ever been to Sawmill?
Sawmill?
Yeah, Sawmill?
What about brunches?
Sawmill?
You're missing out. Anyway, Waffle House clears all day, all the time. I mean, you cannot. I don't know. Cracker Barrel's not on the same level as Waffle House. Only thing I go to Cracker Barrel for is to play that little game with the golf tees. I don't even know what that's called. What's that called?
The golf tees.
What's it called?
I don't know.
What's it called, bro?
I don't know the official name for it.
I'm a demon at that game.
This guy.
But
He's just a demon at everything.
I am, unfortunately. Anyway, y'all got anything?
I'm good.
Nolan?
Go ahead.
Got anything?
Peace.